The bustling streets of 1970s Jakarta held a secret, a treasure hidden away waiting to be found. It wasn't buried underground or tucked away in an ancient temple. This treasure, 129 kilograms of pure gold, had been stolen. The police were baffled. The city was on edge. Then a whisper started, a rumor of a psychic who saw things, who knew things. This psychic claimed to see the face of the thief, a man known as Johny Indo. Johny Indo, a name whispered in fear and awe, was a shadow in the city. He was a ghost moving unseen, always a step ahead. He was a master planner, a meticulous thief who had, until this point, been untouchable. But even shadows could not hide from the psychic's sight. The psychic's vision was clear. He saw Johny Indo surrounded by gold. He saw the stolen treasure glittering under the city lights. He saw the face of the man who had pulled off the impossible. Johny Indo's story wasn't one that started with privilege. He wasn't born into a life of crime. He was a young man who had faced hardship. Life had thrown him curveballs, leaving him bruised and searching for a way out. Johnny's childhood was tough. He grew up poor. He saw the disparity between the haves and the have-nots. He felt the sting of injustice. This fueled a fire in him, a fire that pushed him towards a life of crime. He started small, petty thefts to survive, but soon he craved more. He wanted to challenge the system that he felt had failed him. He wanted to prove himself. And so, Johny Indo, the thief, was born. Johnny's early crimes were just the beginning. He was learning. He was honing his skills. He was assembling a crew, a band of loyal followers who believed in his vision. They saw in him a leader, someone who could take them to the top. Johnny's heists became bolder. He targeted the wealthy, those who he felt had gained their riches through unfair means. His reputation grew with each daring robbery. He was meticulous in his planning. He studied his targets, learning their routines, exploiting their weaknesses. He was a master of disguise, blending into the shadows, always a step ahead of the law. Johnny became a folk hero to some. He was seen as a Robin Hood figure, taking from the rich and giving to the poor. His name was whispered in the slums and feared in the mansions. Section 4. The Psychic's Revelation. The 129-kilogram gold heist was Johnny's most audacious crime yet. It was a feat of planning and execution that had the city buzzing. The police were stumped. They had no leads, no witnesses, only rumors of a ghost who moved through walls. Then the psychic stepped forward. He went to the police. He told them about his vision, about the gold, and about Johny Indo. The police were skeptical, but the psychic was insistent. He described the stolen gold in detail. He described Johny Indo's hideout. He even knew about a distinctive scar on Johnny's left hand. The police, desperate for a break, decided to investigate. Section 5, Redemption and Legacy. The psychic's information was accurate. The police raided Johnny's hideout. They found the stolen gold. Johny Indo, the city's phantom thief, was finally caught. His reign of crime had come to an end. Johnny's trial was a national sensation. He was sentenced to prison, but behind bars, Johny Indo underwent a transformation. He regretted his crimes. He found solace in religion. He turned his life around. Upon his release, Johny Indo dedicated his life to helping others. He preached forgiveness. He worked with troubled youth, trying to steer them away from the path he had taken. Johny Indo, the notorious thief, became Johny Indo, the reformed. He left behind a complicated legacy. He was a criminal who found redemption. He was a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope and second chances exist.